Hello YouTube fans, here again. Now, I was going to do this, but it inspired me. I remember a couple of months ago doing He-Man, Masters of the Universe, the movie version, you know, the one with Dolph Lundgren. And I offended it because a lot of people, over the years, people say it's not dated well, it was done by Tannen, it was blah blah blah. People insulted Dolph Lundgren, and I offended the man's honour because I was like Dolph Lundgren. And to me, I don't think he's ever got that look in his action roles. You know, people remember him as the villain in Rocky 4 than anything else. But I like Dolph Lundgren, you know. I like one film I remember that I did 2 reviews on it, that being I Come in Peace in America. And in the UK, we know it as Dark Angel. It's a game, why the hell it's not on DVD in this country. It's terrible, and I mean that. But we're not talking about Dolph Lundgren. What I'm talking about was He-Man, Masters of the Universe, because this has inspired me. We got this today in Bernardo's. He-Man and She-Ra. That's right, He-Man and She-Ra. I always had a big trust on She-Ra. And for people who may not know this, Kirsty Arter, my beautiful manager, sort of looks like She-Ra. She looks like She-Ra. That's what I'm saying. She looks like She-Ra. And I was like the cartoon series of He-Man. I was half and half when the movie come out, you know what I mean? Because I always remember watching He-Man when I was a kid. That's why my age. And I was a big fan of He-Man. You know what I mean? When I grew up, I had He-Man figures, I had Skeletor, I had Awful. And I think it could be around one in 85 or 84. That's when they decided to do sort of like a spin-off, being She-Ra. And then a couple of years later, in 1985, they decided to do She-Ra and He-Man. This here isn't just a cartoon. This here is actually a cartoon movie with She-Ra and He-Man teaming up to fight Skeletor, and She-Ra teaming up to fight the villains who from Space Style. And I love this. I love the way it's done. Look at that. It's just so tasteful and beautiful. You got Skeletor, you got He-Man, you got them all fighting monsters, fighting robots, kicking butt basically, kicking butt. I always like the voice of Skeletor. Definitely not Fantero, who we all remember who did Skeletor in the movie one. But I like the fact it's an animated movie. See, even sometimes I could be a child. I don't always talk about blood and gore in horror films. Sometimes I like to watch stuff like animated cartoons. It's on video, and it's very rare to get hold of. It's just the same, I don't have a VHS. I know what else is a bloody same. When I open this up, right, I can open the bloody thing. I've done a film with videos, they're not as easy as DVDs. Oh, I'm getting it. I'm bloody getting it. Right, look at this. It's not even the bloody cartoon, it's a different video altogether. Oh, don't you just hate when they do that? Don't do that, just take the mickey when they do that. But nevertheless, it's a good find. I love this. I love the fact that you find out that She-Ra at first, right? She-Ra at first wasn't altogether dud, right? When they did this, they weren't altogether dud. She actually worked for the villains, right? And she doesn't even know that He-Man is her long lost brother. She never knew, right? Which is sort of sad in a way. She thought the baddies were the duddies. But they weren't. There was actually having people as slaves. And as the series goes on, she only finds out, as it back down, she only finds out that He-Man is her long lost brother. You can see the resemblance. They both got blonde hair. But look at that. She doesn't half look like Kirsty Arter. No, Kirsty's very beautiful. And look, in my eyes, She-Ra looks like my manager. Very pretty, very tasteful, kicks butt. That there is my manager. That's not She-Ra. That's my beautiful manager. But yeah, nevertheless, she finds out that He-Man is her long lost brother. And basically, as the animated cartoon goes on, you know, you got He-Man fighting monsters. You got She-Ra kicking butt, looking pretty with a sword. And basically, they're just kicking butt. But I love He-Man and She-Ra. I love it. It's one of my favourite animated. I mean, I just love the song of She-Ra when she pulls the sword up. She goes, She-Ra, She-Ra. I'm not going to do the rest, I'll kill it. But I love the idea of it because there's bits where as she turns to She-Ra, you get the She-Ra, She-Ra music, the theme tune. And when He-Man pulled his sword out, you get He-Man. If you ever remember the theme tune from 1983. And I like that little touch to it. I like the fact that Skeletor teams up with the villains of what was in She-Ra and so on. And you know what I mean? I just like that idea. You know what I mean? You got an excuse of He-Man showing his abs, showing his muscles. You got an excuse of She-Ra looking pretty. I told us you're not going to show a lot of nakedness on She-Ra because in all fairness, it's made for kids and it's an animated cartoon. You know what I mean? I'll say it again. It's an animated cartoon. But this is the bit what annoys me. Really, really annoyates me. Big word. Why is it they've never made a She-Ra movie? I know, in the late 80s they made a He-Man movie, which was altered to Powers of the Universe. And it was also called He-Man the Movie. And, but they've never made a She-Ra movie. They're now talking about doing a Masters of the Universe, a new movie. It's basically just a remake. And I think, is this what we've come to, Hollywood? Is this what we've bladding come to? But this would make a movie. I don't know who would be it. I think my manager would be beautiful as She-Ra because she doesn't have like my beautiful manager. But nevertheless, I think that they should have made a movie version of She-Ra. They should make a bladding movie version of She-Ra. And that's something I'd pay to see in the cinema. Because normally I'm not really into films these days. But I like that idea. I say she works with the villains. She finds out the villains are not who they say they are. She finds out that He-Man's a long-lost brother. She gets a magic sword, just like He-Man, and then she turns into She-Ra, She-Ra, and then basically kicks butt. They fight another day. He-Man takes his sister a bit sloppy tea, so he might as well do. He says, see you later, She-Ra. And end of the animated cartoon. I do like the song to it, you know, for the power of love. That's the song. I remember it back in its day. I do actually like the animated artwork and all, and I think it actually holds up. For 1985, when the animated cartoon movie come out, which was called She-Ra, which basically it's just a story of how he becomes She-Ra. I think He-Man and She-Ra just hold up. They actually hold up. And I think it's a bloody dudding. You know what I mean? I think it's a bloody dudding. So I actually like She-Ra and He-Man. I do up watching them. I mean, as I say, I always had to trust on She-Ra. Even when I was a kid, even now. People say, Pete, come on, mate. It's an animated cartoon. Don't care. I love her, okay? It's the kid in me. I have a big trust on She-Ra. And who wouldn't? Look at her. She's beautiful. She's just beautiful. She's got blonde hair, she's got a nice body on her, she's pretty fit, and she kicks butt. This is doing power of the 80s. And even like He-Man. I remember having a body like He-Man when I was a lad. Still, I've got a body like He-Man. But nevertheless, this is an awesome cartoon back in the mid-80s. I love the artwork. I'll say it again, I know I'm repeating myself. But I love the artwork. I think the artwork in this animated cartoon is brilliant. It's a very rare one to get, and even then it was expensive, $3.50. So we've got the original sticker on it, but it's an hard one to get hold of. Animated cartoon, why the hell is not on DVD? Granted, you can find this on YouTube, I've seen it on YouTube, but it's a good one. This is before He-Man went downhill, because in all fairness, they did an animated series when and they did He-Man the Christmas special. The less I talk about that, the better. We got She-Ra sat on He-Man's knee, and I'm thinking that's a bit too much brotherly sisterly love there, mate. No, let's tone it down a bit when you've got She-Ra sat on He-Man's knee. You know what I mean? She's pretty, but if she's my sister, I would not have her on my knee. But nevertheless, it's still an awesome find. It's just the same that videos don't exist anymore, and it's a bloody shame it's not even the original video in the taste. It really does annoy me. But I love it. I love the artwork again. Done by another video trumpeter, that being the Video Connection, if you can see it. It's not a bad one. If you ever can find it on YouTube, if it's still on YouTube, look for it. It's a good one, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're never too old to watch this. And I always love the bits in He-Man where you always get advice of every one of them. They say, don't talk to strangers, don't do littering. Because I always like that idea. I mean, talk kids, basically, you're not going to listen to your mum and dad because they're just moaning asses. But you're going to listen to He-Man because he's your hero. If he tells you don't litter, you're going to follow his advice because he's He-Man. He's a hero. Or you're going to follow She-Ra's advice because she's Highlander and she's power of love. So, yeah. Apart from wasting money doing a Wonder Woman movie and DC comic movies here, there, everywhere, and remaking things from the past, I want to see She-Ra. I want to see She-Ra, the movie. Right? And have my manager pay She-Ra. Other than that, be smart, be safe. I'll see you later.